Hey, Song, great to talk to you. There was some talk on social media of this fight almost not happening. What happened there with you and Marlon Vera? Because he said the fight was off at a certain point.
他说就是在那个社交媒体上，马龙维拉一度说这个比赛可能不会发生，他想知道一下到底是怎么。
因为我之前那个签证的事，跟他说一下。
So there's a little issue about Song's visa in between, so there might be a misunderstanding between that.
Okay, glad to clarify that. How are you feeling not having to cut down to bantamweight for this fight? It must be a lot better.
So within a shortened time, he feels a lot better with the pressure to cutting 145.
And how do you look at the Vera matchup from a style perspective?
对，有什么感想？
我觉得挺好的。我排名13，他排名14，我觉得对我来说现在也是一个很好的一个对手，对于他来说也是。
So he felt it's a pretty good matchup between these guys. He's ranking number 13 and the opponent's ranking number 14, so it's about a good matchup.
What type of training camp did you have considering everyone's on lockdown?
我就是在那个飞博的团队嘛，就跟他们。
So we've been training more like personally at Team FMO with the coaches and other teammates.
And just last one for me, how do you envision the fight playing out on Saturday?
我觉得我会站立是终结对手。
You think he will finish with standing?
Thank you so much for the time.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Next, we'll go to Andrew Whitelaw from Fox Sports Asia. Andrew, go ahead.
I just wondered, for you, how does it feel having cracked that top 15 in the rankings? Are you happy with the trajectory your career is on right now?
目前来说还算可以吧，因为我觉得我的技术还需要提高。
He feels good right now for the ranking, and then he feels there's still a lot of space for him to grow up and then a lot to improve with his technique.
You're on an unbelievable run at the moment, undefeated run. How far away do you feel you are from getting into that title conversation?
可能如果连续赢3场比赛。
So maybe another 2 or 3 beautiful winnings.
And how's the feeling back in China? There was incredible numbers watching Weili Zhang's fight. Does it feel like we're in a special moment right now for Chinese MMA?
就是因为张伟丽这次拿到了卫冕的，这次在这个疫情期间，中国没有其他比赛，所有人都关注这个赛事。现在在中国，基本大部分人UFC。
So because of this special situation, for the time that Weili was fighting for her title again, second one, everybody was watching that. A lot of people in China watching. And then after that, a lot of people knows about UFC, knows about Weili.
With the Contender Series moving out to Asia as well, do you think we can expect to see more exciting Chinese fighters in the UFC coming? Do you sense a lot of talent coming through at the moment?
因为那个现在在中国上海 PI 也有很多不错的选手，觉得这个疫情不落在中国办比赛，还会有很多新的选手参与。
So there are a lot of potential fighters that training in PI in Shanghai. So he knows that if there's fighting after this special situation, there will be a lot of new fighters that show up.
CCNE, thank you.
Thank you.
Next, we'll go to Danny Segura from MMA Junkie. Danny, go ahead.
I have a quick question regarding your training camp. How long did you train in Sacramento for at Team Alpha Male?
大概2周3 2周
到3周。
不到3周吧。
So this time for the training camp, it's about 2 more weeks, not yet 3 weeks.
Oh, okay. So he did a good amount of it in China.
你在中国有待一段时间？
我来这边
No, he didn't spend time in China. He's already here about
Okay.
half a year.
Okay, so what exactly were like the visa issues he was having? Because it seemed that conversation that got brought up on social with Marlon Vera was not that long ago. I think it was a couple weeks ago.
说一下，就之前
Okay.
我拿那个没有办下来。
So the athletes are required to use a P1 visa to fight in the U.S. And then Song was entering U.S. this time with his visitor visa. That not allows him to fight. And the government has been shut down for this for the immigration stuff. And we wouldn't have enough time to do it. But right now we've already clear about all this. So in the middle of the time, the manager probably has some miscommunication about the issue. So that was the problem.
Yeah, and in his last performance, he got a draw. I'm curious, what kind of lessons did he take away from that fight that he's implementing in his career moving forward?
So it's more about gaining experiences and then also the mentality. After that fight, my coach was telling me every round is a new round that you have to fight freshly. Do not think about previous what happened.
Yeah. And last question, is there any concern of maybe getting rushed to the top too quick? I mean, he's very young, but we also know that he is having success. Also, Chinese MMA is blowing up right now. Does his coaches, his team himself, does he keep that in mind of maybe trying to avoid maybe getting rushed to the top too fast, or if he likes that?
So my team was not rushed for anything. It's just we go with the flow. With my performance, if I'm at the place, I will be there.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Next, we'll go to Ezekiel Bergonzi from Super Luchas. Ezekiel, go ahead.
Hello, Song. How are you?
Hi.
My first question is, does this fight has a special meaning for you, given all that happened in the world and in China with the coronavirus stuff?
So he was saying that all means for him is that he wants to make money. Yeah.
And he's going against Chito Vera, who is a very tough opponent, but both are fighting in featherweight division, one division up. How he feels about that going against Chito Vera in other division, and how he sees himself going against such a very hard opponent with a very similar record to him.
Okay, so for the weight part, I think it will give me a better performance to not cutting that much as before. And then for the opponent, I think we're like similar with the ranking and everything else. But I think the mentality works who will be better.
And my last question is, are you considering to still going on featherweight division after this fight, or are you going back to bantamweight division? It doesn't matter if you win or lose. What about that?
他说就不管你输赢，你对你之后是要走羽量级，还是说你回到储量级？
那我还是时间短，所以减少我恢复状态。
So for this time, it's because of a special situation and then also a very short time of preparing. That's why it goes up to a featherweight division. But after this, I will go back to bantamweight.
Well, thank you very much, guys, and good luck on Saturday.
Thank you.
All right, guys, that's all we have for you. Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.